Namaskar, I am Shashi Garg, Chartered Accountant, and I am very much thankful to the Investor Education and Protection Fund authorities who has given me the privileges to speak, to share my thoughts on today's topic, creating awareness among investors through different perspectives. See, in today's scenario, this topic is very important because everyone has to know how to protect the investments, how to create the awareness among with the different perspective to save their money, Slide, please. See, what do you do with your money? We can save, we can spend, and we can invest. How much we have to save, how much we have to spend, and how much we have to invest. These all are the very critical points. Everyone should know how much we have to give our ratios for this to prevent our money, to safeguard our future, everything. Screen. See, you might have heard about the Warren Buffett. He is the world's best investor. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. The more emphasis on the savings. This gives the more emphasis on the savings. That first, what we are doing normally we are doing that we are saving after spending. But now we have to take first at least some portion of our income for the saving, and then we spend. That is, otherwise we will not have a flow and we will not have a money to save it. Slide, please. What is wrong with just saving? Inflation eats up you saving over time. See, in today's time, if you see that inflation is increasing every day. So if we will not have a proper planning, entire our savings will go in the inflation, and at the end, we will not have anything for the savings and this thing. Slide, please. What does inflation to do your expenses? See, if today I am having a 30,000 rupees expenses, so that same value, after 20 years, the expenses will be 80,000. So the impact of 5% yearly inflation on expenses. Every year, the same money will go for the inflation. And at the end, whatever I require for expenses, today's expenses, so if it is today's 30,000, then I need 80,000 rupees after 20 years for the same expenses. Slide, please. See, what does inflation to do your savings? Impact of 5 years. So today, if I am having a saving of 1 lakh rupees, then same 1 lakh rupees will value after 20 years is the 35,000. If you see, I'll just explain that in 2018 the inflation rate was 3.94%. Again in 2019 it was 3.73%. Then today in 2022 it is 7%. That means the inflation is going on. In April it was the highest 7.79%. Where this money has gone? Because in 2021, in 20 it was increased from 3.73% to 6.62% due to the pandemic. But today is not a pandemic. So why? The food has gone up. Inflation in the food has gone up. Oil fats has gone up. Spices, vegetable, fruits, these all have gone up. Only the slowdown in oil and somewhere marginally on the transportation and this thing. So the inflation is eating up. So we have to think today itself that how to prevent from the inflation. Slide, please. So what is the solutions? How to do the investment safeguard against the inflation? we have to start savings. Earlier you start, it is better. Progress from a saving to investment. Whatever we are saving, we have to invest. Put money to work rather than accumulating or keeping. We should not keep our money idle. We have to put our money to accumulate. You work hard to earn money. When to earn the money, we are working very hard. Now, we have to do that money should work hard for us. Benefit from the power of compounding. We have to invest in such a way that the power of compounding has to increase. When the consumer or regular working person earn, they also save their money for emergencies and ticking off. Please back the slide. Emergencies and ticking off financial goals. However, inflation can turn one's good intentions and actions of saving by eating away at the value of their money. With time, saving money is a great way to avoid overspending on unnecessary items. So we have to see that how can we prevent, and we should not overspend our money due to that. At present, the inflation rate is almost 5 years per year. That means inflation would eat our returns. Sometimes the inflation rate can even touch 12%, as seen in 2013 also. With such high ratios, there is a risk of your money entering a deficit. Only saving and earning minimal interest on your savings cannot hedge against inflation. Slide. Again, Warren Buffett has informed that we should not only depend one single income. We have to create investment for the second source, because now the time that we have to make an investment and we have to have a second source of income to prevent the single source. Slide. Determine what are you investing for. It is a goal-based investing. Always invest in assets where with your specific financial goal in mind. That what are those goals? There are various options. Every individual has financial goals that he needs to reach in the short, medium or long-term period. Investing regularly to be able to reach the respective goal is called goal-based investing. For example, if you plan to buy a car in next 2-3 years, it can be called a short-term goal. Likewise, if you wish to plan for your retirement and children's higher education, then these can be termed as long-term goals. So we have to have a set specific financial goals in our mind. Next slide. What are the various options? The various options is mutual fund, property, insurance, bank deposits, gold, stocks. Stocks means here is the equity, bonds, which can be a government bonds or PSUs bonds, like this. We'll discuss this in the next slides. But these are the various options we have in today's scenario where we can have the investments. Slides. Make your investment work for you. Your investment should fight inflation for you, provide income. As and when you need the income, our investment in such a way that we should generate some income. Be accessible and usable in parts and portion. Our investment should be accessible as and when we require. We can have in partial withdrawal or we can have full withdrawal. Grow in value and appreciate over time. Our investment, whatever we are investing, it should be grow in value and appreciate over time, and the time has to be there. be realizable at fair value and low cost. Our investment should be realizable at a fair value, but cost should be low. Nowadays, if you see, there are a lot of policies comings are there where the hidden charges are there. So we have to be very cautious on that part. Important here is the diversification. We have to see that our funds should be diverse. No, we should not invest at one single place. We should invest at the different places. So our somewhere, if our investment is reducing, but other place it can be match up with the reduction. We have to have a sector-wise diversification to minimize the risk. Our assets allocation should match our needs. There are two type of this thing. One is the investment that grow in value, which is where the value is increased, like property, like gold, like art collection, equity shares, mutual fund. Here, property everyone knows, it can be a land, it can be a flat, or it can be residential, it can be a commercial. Gold. But here gold means not a jewelry, because jewelry is, you are not going to get the proper value of the jewelry. Here jewelry means the bullion or ETF. Art collection. Art collection is a very unique assets. Sometimes the all paintings are also this thing. It is a low correction to stocks, and when time comes, you can sell it, you can generate the income from that. Equity shares. Equity shares is nowadays a very important feature. We have to see the sector-wise investments, and we have to see it. Equity shares always give the benefit on the long-term basis. We should not go for the short-term, and here a lot of things which I will discuss in equity shares कि हमें equity shares के लिए सारे सेक्टर वाइज देखना है कि आज बैंकिंग सेक्टर है तो आज FMCG सेक्टर है, आज फार्मा सेक्टर है. We have to see the balance sheets. Accordingly, we can invest. Accordingly, we can do it. So these all the things we have to see. Then the 5 mutual funds. That also we'll discuss. Investment that generate income. Certain investments which are generating the income, like bonds. There is a fixed income. Bonds are 8% bonds, government PSUs bonds, 9% bonds, 8% bonds. NSC, we have a fixed interest, 6%, 7%, KVP, Kisan Vikas Patra. We have a fixed income. So there is not a volatile, it's always the fix, like PPF. There is a fixed interest, we will get it. So they all are generating bank deposits, FD. FD, there is a fixed interest rate. From this year to this year is the fix, from this to this is the fix. So this is all fixed, we know this is what we are going to get it. And same thing in the company deposits. Companies are also giving the fixed deposits, whereas we are also getting, here also we are getting the fixed return. So here the income is generating, but that income is the fixed income. It's not like volatile, today is 6% or it is 4, then it will reduce to 4%, today it is 6% and then it will go to 8%. It's like that. Next. Now come to the mutual fund. What is a mutual fund? A mutual fund is the trust that pools the saving of a number of investors. Anybody with an investable surplus of as little as a few hundred rupees can invest in mutual funds. Money collected is invested by a professional fund manager in different types of securities. So, what is the mutual fund? Mutual fund वो है, आपने अपना पैसा है, एक ग्रुप फंड बना दिया है, वो पब्लिक का फंड है, पब्लिक है, that is a flow that company will invest in a different segments. So your money is in our right hands, it can grow. They invest in the sector wise, और उसमें सरप्लस आज की तारीख में यील्ड मिलता है, बिकॉज दे हैव सम एक्सपर्टाइज, दे आर ए पीपल ऑफ द एक्सपर्टाइज हु नोस. वी डोंट नो कि किसके अंदर लगाना किस में नहीं लगाना, बट there are certain groups, they are professionals, they know where to invest, and so that they can give a better option for investing our money, and we can get a good return. Securities could range from shares to debentures, from government bond to money market instrument depending upon the scheme's stated objectives. Mutual fund investment gives the market returns, but it's not again assured. They give the market return. If market is dip, their NAV will down. If market is high, their NAV will increase. So in the long-term market returns have the potential to perform better than other assured return products. So mutual funds are giving the better returns in comparison to others, but that too in the long-term market. Investment in mutual fund is the most cost efficient as it offers the lowest charge to the investors. Investment in mutual fund is the most cost efficient because there are very less charges they are asking, and which is very low. Whereas if you go directly for the equity, there are brokerage, this thing, this thing, this thing. So that lot of other things are coming over there. How does a slide, please? How does a mutual fund work? We are investors. We pull our money and giving to the fund manager. Fund manager, they are investing in our money. They are investing our money to the stocks, to the securities, which is generating the returns, and that returns we are getting in our this thing. Here again, if you go for the SIP, systematic investment planning, then this will give the better. You have to invest very small amount every month, like 1,000 rupees month or 10,000 rupees per month, instead of giving 1,20,000 rupees in a year, right? So that 10,000, because if you invest today 10,000, you will have the NAV of 10,000. Suppose market increase, so next month again when you give the 10,000, so you will have that much of NAV on your earlier 10,000. So it is like that the SIP is the best investment portfolio which we should do it. Slide. Now come to the equity funds. Invest in equities and equity related instrument of companies. This gives the better result, highest returns, and looking to the today's market conditions and this thing, if you see before 2 years, before the pandemic, the market was around 31,000, and today the market has gone to 60,000 and then again came down to 57,000. So these all are volatile. Here what I suggest, we should always go for the long-term growth. But because the short-term is the very volatile, long-term we should select some sector-wise investments like FMCG, like pharma, like other all banking sectors. So we can diversify our funds in the different sector, and then we can see our returns. This is very suitable for the high risk appetite and longer investment horizon. If we go for the longer investment, for the long overview, it will always give us the returns. Select the better equities and invest in those equities. Slide, please. Like, let us come to the now in assets allocation we have discussed about. Now come to the property. In real estate also we can invest. We have to see in what are the areas, what are the government policies, and accordingly we can go for the real estate also. Gold, I already explained. Gold, we should not go into the bullion. Well, we should only go to the bullion, not in the jewelry. Jewelry will never give you the return because nobody is going to sell the jewelry. It's very less, 1%. We have some more schemes like equity linked schemes, ELSS. In case in ELSS, it is like a unit. We get a deduction also under section 80C of 1,50,000. This invests predominantly in equity. We have a short lock-in period of 3 years also as compared to the other tax saving options. So this is also a good funds where we can invest and we can have a double benefit. But the here return will reduce. But on the other hand, we are getting the ATC exemption of 1,50,000. Slide. So debt funds are also there. We have different type of the fixed income securities, because suppose today if we are giving to the mutual funds and this thing, they have option, they can invest into the equities, they can invest in the debt. So we can always select a scheme like that, ki some amount of my will invest in the equity, some amount of my will go to the debt. So there the risk factor will be reduced. Because suppose market is coming down, so my debt will increase. The mutual fund, they will definitely going to invest in some part of my investments to the debt also. Because here my aim is to earn interest and capital appreciation. So that debt funds can also give us this thing. This also help to seeking the income at the moderate risk. Again, this gives us diversification, assets allocation, your liquidity management, use of management power, and due diligence. Now, so many times, slide please. We always think that we'll have a very high returns, but we don't know how to do it, because nowadays, lot of fraudulent activities are also going on. So before making any investment, we have to ensure that the KYC form with correct details should given to the bank or investment companies. And we should strike off the blank fields so no one can overwrite or write this thing. We have to register our mobile number and email ID with the stockbroker to receive trade confirmation alert directly from NSE. Nowadays, NSE is directly giving all the details of your investments, all your settlement and everything. Ensure that contract notes are received from the broker whenever we trade. We should always get the contract note from the broker as and when we trade, whether it is sale or whether it is purchase, and at the end we should have a settlement note also. We should not share our internet trading account password to anyone. Get a clear idea. We should always ask to our brokerage, what is my brokerage? What are the charges? There should not be any hidden charges, which we don't know, but the broker is charging. So we have to get a very, very clear idea on this. We also have to see that we never trust or return any oral promises or assured. Never trust written and oral promises of assured return in equity and derivative market. कोई हमें कहता है कि साहब मैं आपको इतना रिटर्न दे दूंगा या इतना वो दे दूंगा, तो we should not always be on this thing. We should not trust on that. चाहे वो लिख करके दे रहा हो, चाहे वो करके दे रहा हो, because that is not in their hand. It is always in the market, this thing. So we never trust on this. We should have a full knowledge of our product in which we are investing. Do not invest in any scheme run by an equity not having SEBI registration, because every investment, every equity has to have a SEBI registration. So we should have a full knowledge on that कि हम किस में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, कौन सी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. We should not give any cash payment to our brokers, because nowadays or earlier also no cash payment is allowed to be given. So we always give our NEFT transfer or through banking channel or through UPI. I think we should always deal with the registered dealer, registered broker. Those are registered with the SEBI, and we should be very cautious. We should diversify. We should have a pure thought on this. We should have a full thought on this. Where we are investing, we should be well aware. We should know about the companies, where we are going to invest, which company is better, which instrument is better, because it is our money, which we have to safeguard, which we have to get the return, whatever we are asking, but not fully, but yes, at least we should have a return, what we are thinking on this. So this is my topic, and I hope I shared whatever I feel in this.
क्रिटिकल है, बट वी आर ट्राइंग.
ये सब हुआ कैसे?
एक फोन आया था राजेश के पास. उसने कहा कि उनकी 1 करोड़ की लॉटरी निकली है और उसके लिए उसने बैंक डिटेल्स मांगी. राजेश ने सारी डिटेल्स दे दी. 1 घंटे के अंदर ही उनके बैंक अकाउंट से सारा पैसा साफ हो गया और वो यहाँ आ गए. हार्ट अटैक आया है.
देखा आपने, आपकी जरा सी असावधानी क्या कर सकती है. डिजिटल फ्रॉड करने वालों से सावधान रहें. अपनी बैंक डिटेल्स, अपना डेबिट या क्रेडिट कार्ड नंबर, एक्सपायरी डेट, CVV, OTP, पिन कभी किसी को ना बताएं. सावधान रहें, समझदार बने.
IEPF अथॉरिटी द्वारा जनहित में जारी.
हाँ जी सुरेश जी, रिटायरमेंट के बाद जो प्रोविडेंट फंड आएगा उसका क्या करेंगे?
कुछ खास प्लान नहीं है. पड़ा रहेगा बैंक में, ब्याज आता रहेगा और क्या.
सुरेश जी, बैंक से कितना ब्याज आएगा? एक नई स्कीम बताता हूँ, उसमें पैसे लगा दो. साल भर में दुगने बल्कि चौगुना हो जाएगा. हाँ, बस कुछ नए मेंबर्स बनाने.
नहीं सुरेश जी, इन सब फालतू चक्करों में मत पड़िए. कि नए मेंबर बनाना, रातों रात करोड़पति बनाना, ऐसे सपने दिखाने वाली स्कीम से बचकर रहें. आप लालच में आकर नहीं, समझदारी से निवेश करें. नए मेंबर बनाओ, वर्ल्ड टूर पे जाओ, कमीशन पाओ या उपहार घर ले जाओ. ऐसे सपने दिखाने वाली स्कीम से बचकर रहें. ऐसी स्कीम्स धोखा हो सकती हैं.
IEPF अथॉरिटी, कॉर्पोरेट कार्य मंत्रालय द्वारा जनहित में जारी.
यार वो मेरे बचपन का दोस्त है. वो क्यों मुझसे झूठ कहने लगा? वो कह रहा था इस स्कीम में पैसा लगाने पर 6 महीने में 10 के 20,000 हो जाएंगे.
और तूने मान लिया?
ऐसा ऑफर कौन छोड़ता है? 10,000 के 20,000.
एक काम कर, ये ले 100 रुपये पकड़ना और जाके 10 किलो लड्डू लेके आ.
अबे पागल है क्या? 100 रुपए में 10 किलो लड्डू आते हैं? अबे इसके तो 1 किलो लड्डू भी नहीं आएंगे.
जब इतना जानता है तो ये नहीं जानता कि 6 महीने में 10,000 के 20,000 नहीं होते. समझदारी बढ़ा, लालच नहीं.
लालच में न आए, समझदारी बढ़ाएं. IEPF अथॉरिटी द्वारा जनहित में जारी.
Again, good afternoon. I'm in continuation to my earlier topic. Now we are talking about the mistakes to avoid while trading stocks. How can we avoid the mistakes when we are trading the stocks? We are not understanding that some of us, we don't understand the investments. If you see that, again, Warren Buffett, the world's most successful investor, he always cautious that we should not do any investment where we don't understand the business model. The best way to avoid this is to build a diversified portfolio of exchange traded funds, ETFs, or mutual funds. So that means we should not do our investments where we don't know what is wrong or what is right. We always, if we do investment in individual stocks, make sure that we should thoroughly understand each company those stocks represent before your investment. So we should all, somebody says, this company's stock is very good, it is now going high. We should not do that. We should go with the proper. We should know about the company. We should know about the fundamentals. We should properly analyze the balance sheet and the past performance of the companies. Then only we'll go. Sometimes, because in market, they are having operators are there. They can take the shares on the high value. But again, because if there is no fundamental strong, that share can come down. So we should always understand the business of that company, and then accordingly we should invest in that company. If we don't understand, we should not. Then we have only, again I am explaining, we have an option of traded funds or mutual funds. Again, in mutual fund, because they have a professional team, they have a full analysis of all the companies where they can do it. They have all the data, they have all analysis, everything else. They know about the ins and outs of the company. So it will always be better to invest where we know about the business model of that company. Sometimes, we think that this company is very good. We really love it, that company. और हम उसके अंदर अपना investment करते हैं. It's very easy to fall in love. So this is falling in love with a company. Too often when we see a company we have invested to do well, it's easy to fall in love with it and forget that we bought the stock as an investment. Always remember, you bought this stock to make money. Whatever we are doing investment, we are just doing all the investments to make our money, not to lose the money. If any of the fundamentals that prompted us to buy into the company change, consider selling the stock. Immediately उसको बेच दीजिए. हमें कंपनी से प्यार नहीं, हमें अपने पैसे से प्यार है. We have to see how my money is safe, how I'll get my money. How can I make money? My money is not here. I'm not here to lose my money. I'm here to make my money. In investments, so many times we don't have the patience. आज खरीदो, 4 दिन में भाव आ गया, उसको बेच दो. और शेयर ये तो डाउन जा रहा है, इसको बेच दो. But we don't know about that company. So we have to have patience. We should not have a lack of patience. We should have a slow and steady approach to portfolio growth will yield greater returns in the long run. Expecting a portfolio to do something other than what it is designed to do is a recipe for disaster. This means you need to keep your expectations realistic with regard to the timeline for portfolio growth and return. So we have to have patience. We should not go like this. A slow and steady approach is always give portfolio growth. This will give us a better return. We have to we buy the share or we invest it, then we have to see the return. कि नहीं, इसका ये परफॉर्मेंस है, इसके हिसाब से हमें चलना है. Expecting a portfolio to do something other than what it is designed to do is a recipe for disaster. See, long-term investment is a 1% action and 99% patience. For any investments, if we are doing for the long term, we have to wait for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years, for 6 years. Because so many times, so many shares are like, in 2010 it was 130 rupees and today it is over 2000 rupees. So that is the long term investment. We should always have a disciplined approach. We have to look beyond the short term volatilities and concern. हमें शॉर्ट टर्म वॉलेटिलिटीज हमें मालूम है, आज शेयर ऊपर, आज मार्केट ऊपर हो गया तो वो शेयर 10 रुपये बढ़ गया, कल मार्केट डाउन है तो वो शेयर 10 रुपये नीचे आ गया, 20 रुपये नीचे आ गया. तो वी हैव टू सी कि व्हेन टू बाय, व्हेन टू डू. बेटर इज ऑलवेज दैट वी शुड गो फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म. लॉन्ग टर्म इज ऑलवेज give you the maximum growth. So we should always concentrate on the long-term market. Because this is a market. It is, fluctuations are bound to happen. Before 6 days, the market was under. It always depends on the FFIs also. If FFIs are buying or investors are buying, shares are going up. And if they are selling, it is coming down. So it is always fluctuation, and this market is bound to be fluctuate. So we have to stay off course and stay invested if feasible. We should not be panic कि आज market गिर गया है तो हम panic हो जाए, हम उठा करके उसको बेच दें and then we lose our money. No, we should have a patience. So and we should have a disciplined approach. Again here, disciplined approach. Again we have to invest in a different segments. Like again, some of portions we go for the banking sector, again FMGC, again in debentures or debt or somewhere. So we will have a balancing. This should be as our assets allocation. So it is like, because our money is our assets. We are here to make money, not to lose money. Too much investment turnover. Turnover or jumping in and out of position is another return killer. Unless you are an institutional investor with the benefit of low commission rates, the transaction cost can eat you alive, not to mention the short-term tax rates and the opportunity cost of missing out on the long-term gains of other sensible investment. See, if we every day, if we do the intra-trade or a daily business, daily or within 2 days or 3 days, see, we have to consider so many other factors also other than the rates. Because when we buy, we have to pay the brokerage. When we sell, we have to sell it. So we have to pay the commission. So that is also a part of the rates. So we should always think before doing the transactions, what will be my commission on the purchases and what will be my commission on the selling and how much it is impacting on my investments. Because we are not an institutional investor. If we are an institutional investor, this will not bother because it's their daily this thing. But we are a retail investor. So we have to think, we have to add on these costs also. Yes, this is my commission and this also have to add it back onto this. So not only that, short-term capital gains are also there. So that also we should consider in our investments, how much we are doing, how much we are losing. So this is also all opportunity cost missing out on the long. But in long term, this is very minimal. I purchase a share today, I sell in after 4 years or 3 years or 2 years, then the commission will be only once in a 2 years or twice in a 2 years. But in short term, it is every time we have to pay the commissions, so that also adding up to my value. Waiting to get even. Getting even means you are waiting to trade a losing stock until it returns to its initial price. So many times we are buying a shares which we thought कि यार market गिर रहा है, let the initial price comes. This is known as a cognitive error, that we are losing in two ways: by failing to accept a loss. First is by not selling the dropping stock, which may slide even further and become worthless. So many times we thought कि ये शेयर आज डाउन हो गया, इसको हमें और थोड़ा सा वेट कर लेते हैं, हमें कई जगह से टिप्स भी मिलती है कि इसको हो जाए. नहीं, we are not losing only that, we are losing further and further and further. आज मैंने कोई लॉस वाला शेयर है, सपोज आई परचेज इन 100 रुपीज़, it came down to 80 rupees, I sold it in 80 rupees. That 80 rupees I can invest to the other place where I can get a good return. So we should keep in our mind, we should properly analyze this, that if the stock value is reducing trend, so whether we should sell it, then again we have to go on the fundamentals of the company, whether it is a willful downing or it is a genuine. So accordingly we have to use our investment, and then by not selling at the right time to book a loss, we are losing an opportunity also to get some better investments and to get some better money. Why we should ask a question from us: why I'm buying the shares today? Would I buy that stock today? No. If the answer is no, then we should not continue on that. अगर आज हमने कोई कंपनी का शेयर खरीदा, वो लॉस में जा रहा है, 100 रुपये का शेयर मेरा 80 रुपये में आ गया, आज मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि नहीं, क्या मैं आज इसको 80 में खरीद लूँ? नहीं. तो then we should not continue that. We should immediately sell that share and book the loss and invest to the different company where we can get a good result. So waiting to get even is not a right this thing. We should not wait for that. We should book a loss and we should take an opportunity to get more by investing in the different this thing. Failing to diversify. One size does not fit all. Pursue an investment strategy that suits your investment goals. Find a method that can honor your risk tolerance, objectives and resources. We have to diversify. We have to make our investment strategy which should suit to our investment goals. We should have a method where our risk tolerance is minimized, our objective, our resources. So we have to do each and everything. We have to go for the diversification. क्या आज मेरे पास में 10,000 रुपये, तो मैंने I just invested 10,000 rupees at one place? No, वो फिट नहीं है. We have to go for the different. So अगर एक जगह मेरे को लॉस हो रहा, तो I can get it at least some return at the other place. Otherwise this 10,000 will reduce to 1,000. There is nothing this thing. So anytime it can do like this. So we have to have diversification sector wise. We have to have a proper investment strategy. Yes, this much we should give, this much we should not give. Stock market never work on the emotions. There are several biases at play when we make an investment decision. If you cannot wait to buy or sell a stock for a few days, you are probably making an emotional decision. हम कई बार सोचते हैं कि यार इस शेयर को अभी आज नहीं खरीदते, let us wait, टाइम आएगा तब इसको ले. This is all emotional decision. You should not rush your investment decisions because you felt like it. The fewer feelings you involve in the market, the better. We should not rush in our investment decisions. कि हमने ऐसा सोचा कि यार ये the fewer that we should be in the market and the market will coming better. So emotions कभी market में काम नहीं करते, market में fundamental काम करते हैं. Market के अंदर we have to go with that proper decisions, proper analysis, proper planning. There is no place of the emotions in the market. We have to attack at the right time. We have to purchase the share at the right time. We have to sell at the right time. But keeping in the view that we are here to make money, not to lose the money. How to avoid these mistakes? Below us, I'm giving you some other ways to avoid these common mistakes, which is normally common by everyone. It can give and keep a good portfolio on the track. Develop a plan of action. Proactively determine where you are in the investment life cycle, what your goals are, and how much you need to invest to get there. If you don't feel qualified to do this, seek a reputable financial planner. Again here, mutual fund, they are having the professional team. They can be a good financial planner. So we have to develop a plan of action. How much I can achieve my goal, how much I need to invest in this segment, in this segment, in this segment, in this segment. So if you don't feel, if we don't know anything, then we should have a proper financial plan. Also remember why you are investing your money, and you will be inspired to save more and may find it easier to determine the right allocation for your portfolio. Temper your expectations to historical market returns. Do not expect your portfolio to make you rich overnight. A consistent long-term investment strategy over time is what will build wealth. See, we have to see this thing that our expectation should not be like this कि मैं आज एक दिन के अंदर या 5 दिन में या 10 दिन में या 20 दिन के अंदर मैं अमीर बन जाऊँ. No. Again here, I am telling, if we have a consistent decision to invest in the long-term investments, then only we can build our wealth, not in the short term. So we have to again and again, I am emphasizing in this, that we always go for the long-term investments, not short-term. This market is a very volatile. That is why, mutual fund is for the 5 years, for 3 years, like that, because they are also investing in a long-term basis. There are funds which is the 50 funds, 50, 100, like this. They are investing in different segments. So we should always remember that it's not easy to become a rich in a one day. It's not easy. We have to see our money should not lose. So these are the mistakes which we can avoid it. How to properly allocation, properly analysis, and we should think always on the long-term basis. As your income grows, you may want to add more. Monitor your investments. At the end of every year, review your investment and their performance. जो भी हमारी इनकम है ग्रो हो रही है, हमें उसको और उसके अंदर हमें अगर ऐड करना है तो वी हैव टू मॉनिटर आवर इन्वेस्टमेंट एट द एंड ऑफ एवरी ईयर. हर साल हमें अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट्स को रिव्यू करना, उसका परफॉर्मेंस को रिव्यू करना है कि मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट कहाँ जा रहा है, किस रेशो से जा रहा है, क्या मेरे को एनुअलाइज यील्ड मिल रही है, क्या मेरे को प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, क्या मेरे को लॉस हो रहा है, वॉट एवर में बी. देन अकॉर्डिंगली वी डिसाइडेड. Determine whether your equity to fixed income ratio should stay the same or change based on where you are in life. Of my fixed income, equity to fixed income. So what is my fixed income? The ratio, we have to determine the ratio, equity to fixed income. It should be in 60 to 40%. I should invest, suppose I am having 100 rupees, which I should invest 60% to equity because that market is volatile, and 40% I should have a fixed income where I can get return, fixed return. If suppose I am having a loss in my equity, so at least that much of that 40% can cover up some of the losses what I incurred on the 60%. So this has to be there. allocate some fund money. We all get tempted by the need to spend money at times. It's the nature of the human condition. So instead of trying to fight it, go with it, set aside fun investment money. You should limit this amount to no more than 5% of your investment portfolio, and it should be money that you can afford to lose. Again, how to allocate this fund money? This is very clear that we should have some money which we should utilize for my travel, which I can enjoy, because काम करना है और फिर उसके बाद में पैसा कमाना is not only this thing. So we should have some allocation on our fund money. How much it should be? According to me, it should be in the 50, 30 and 20 ratio. 50% of my income should be for my essential. 30% should be for my fun, where I can utilize for my travel, for my entertainment, for my restaurants, for my hotels, and for everything. And 20% I should have for my savings, which will be for the future, for my children's higher educations, for my retirement, and for anything, any time, this emergency can create it. So it should be like this. This fun is it's maintaining the mental health. It's a freedom of enjoying. So we should allocate some funds for the fun also. Do not use our retirement money for any investment. We should always seek investments from a reputable financial firm, because this process is akin to gambling. Follow the same rules you would in that endeavor. Limit your losses to your principal. Do not sell calls on stocks you don't own, for instance. Be prepared to lose 100% of your investments. Choose and stick to a predetermined limit to determine when you will walk away. We should never use our retirement money for any investments in this, because investments, whatever we are doing, we should be always agree, we should be ready that it may have 100% loss also. So many times, lot of companies, these are good companies, they are converted to the bad companies, our investment in zero. That too happened in 93, 94, when most of the companies were closed. The share prices were, people have purchased this thing, but today there is no value. There is no ifs and buts about the companies also. So we have to limit our losses also to our principal. Yes, this is my principal. Okay, I invested 10,000, even if I lose this 10,000, but there should not be any interest this thing. So it should be up to the principal, not over and beyond the principal. So then if you go beyond the principal, from where that money come? Because we have already diluted our principal. So we have to choose and stick to a predetermined limit to determine when you will, कि हमें कब बाहर आना है, ये हमें एक लिमिट बनानी पड़ेगी. इस लिमिट हो गया, इतना हमने कमा लिया, now we should come out. Then we will always be the gainer. Mistakes are part of the investing process. Knowing that what they are, when you are committing them, and how to avoid them will help you succeed as an investor. To avoid committing the mistakes above, develop a thoughtful, systematic plan and stick with it. It is always an investing process. Knowing what they are, still we are committing them. And how to avoid them will help you succeed as an investor. To avoid the mistakes, we have to go as a thoughtful and systematic plan. And then we have to stick on that plan. We should not deviate ourselves from that strictness, and we should be very systematic. If you must do something risky, set aside some fun money that you are fully prepared to lose. Follow these guidelines and you will be well on your way to building a portfolio that will provide many happy returns over the long term. I think I've shared my thoughts which may have some benefits to you. and if anything, one can in my earlier session also I said we have to be cautious while investing. We have to think before that. We have to have a long-term decisions, diversifications, segment-wise. We should always go with the SEBI registration and this thing. We have to see that the companies are registered companies under Companies Act, SEBI registered, this thing.
Do you wish to be part of a television studio like this, or any other media system, or already part of any media system, want to enhance a new set of skills? Welcome to School of Journalism and New Media Studies. Here in the School of Journalism and New Media Studies, we are offering program for all set of people to learn and enhance the media skills. The vision of School of Journalism and New Media Studies is to generate a new set of professionals in the area of media and communication studies with understanding about role of media in the national development and global understanding. We offer innovative programs in the field of journalism and mass communication that sets the benchmark of high quality learning and teaching process at the national level. We offer these programs across the country with the help of our regional network as well as study center. Same manner, many of our programs are offered through online mode with a sophisticated learning management system. SOGNMS offers programs from PhD in journalism and mass communication till certificate level. We have masters in journalism and mass communication. The eligibility is bachelor's degree, and we are introducing this program in 3 languages: Hindi, Tamil and English. Students from national and international students can join either through online mode as well as in the distance mode. We have 4 postgraduate diploma programs, specialized areas in the field of development communication, digital media, electronic media and journalism and mass communication program. And all these 4 programs are available in distance mode. 2 programs are available in online mode, development communication and digital media. And we have specialized certificate program in community radio. IGNOU employs various media and communication tools for better teaching and learning process. School of Journalism and New Media Studies utilizes this media system for delivering all our programs. Come and join with us for exploring a new career and enhance your media skills.
Hello learners, I, Urshla Kant, Assistant Professor from School of Vocational Education and Training, welcome you all to this session of Induction Program to PGDIS and MSc-IS programs. I hope you all doing well, and today we have with us Professor A.K. Gaba. He is the program coordinator of this program. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
And now, to protect information, different techniques are used by the organization, especially when the information is used on the internet and it moves in the cyber world from one computer to another computer, crossing different geographical boundaries. There are chances of information theft on the way by some malicious users. To protect information against such threats, the data protection is must, which is the main objective of our these program PGDIS, that is Postgraduate Diploma in Information Security, and MSc-IS, that is Master of Science in Information Security. Now I request Professor A.K. Gaba to give further details of these programs.
Thank you, Dr. Ushla, and I also welcome all the viewers where you are. As this program today is basically to have a discussion with our all students where they are, or those who wanted to take admission in this particular program, because our registration process is still going on. And but those students, those already registered this particular program, raising a very important issues and queries regarding this program. And program is what is this program, what are the employability perspective of these particular programs, and after getting registered they are asking when classes will be held, what is the procedures for attending counseling sessions, assignments details, study materials. So basically this program today, those who are doing this program, is for them. And also we have you rightly pointed out the importance of information security. Basically this program, what we designed today to interact more with the students, and rather than we tell us them what is our this MSc and PGDIS program, and we are expecting a lot of questions from all of you, those who are doing this program. And you can call us, and you can email us, or you can contact us anytime for any queries, and most of the students are already in touch with us when we are responding them to their queries from one to another. Now, what is this program? What you said, details of the program. What is this program? If you see, the program is a master degree in information, MSc in information security, and it's a new innovative program, and a lot of queries are being raised. MSc in physics and chemistry and maths, people are aware, but this MSc program in information security is a new program, so what we are including. And the School of Vocational Education, IGNOU, offering this particular program since last decade of as a PG diploma level. And a lot of students were registered for these particular programs, and the curriculum and syllabus and our study material were designed with an expert, those who are in the field. So their real life situations, experiences were incorporated in our study materials. Now still for those who registered first time and this MSc program, and we have also given options, as you rightly said, they have options to exist after completion of first year. We are awarding them PGDIS, but at the same time we are also allowing them, those who already passed out their PG diploma and later into our third year MSc-IS third semester programs. They might be well aware about the information security, but basically I am explaining this concept of information security to those who registered first time in MSc first semester, and now they are in third semester. They are very much aware because they completed this particular course, but among them those who are viewing this program, they may be first time registered, fresh registered in this program first semester. And for them also this is also very important. Induction program is all the students, those who are already registered, those who are registered first time, and those who are planning to register for this particular program. So what is information security? And this is as you explained regarding these threats of cyber attacks and information leakage from industry to industry for their all competitions. So we explain this program has been designed to bridge the gap in the awareness and competency required by various categories of people as the user of internet and various IT professionals. As like you may be in administration section, or you may be international IT professional at your company or organizations, or you may be external IT expert or physical present in your organizations. So this program is basically enable services about deeper aspects of information security and responsible use and management of IT services. That is basically information security is the concept. But this discipline is evolving since last couple of years because the threats and mass use of internet across the globe from one organization to another organizations or leak of or data threats and security information threats and so many threats due to this internet and cyber security attacks is concerned. Now coming to the overall year, the information security jobs have been increasing. Therefore, every company, every organizations specializing, and they are planning to recruit the person, those who are having expertise in information security and cyber security at the respective organizations. So demand for this particular course is increasing, and there is a lot of employability perspectives are there, and it is concerned for the present business situation since most business organizations depends on information analysis on the day-to-day work, and it protects computer network by monitoring and responding to threats because threats is feeling everywhere. It is not only industry. So confidentiality and availability and integrity, when put two things together, it becomes information security. Now the issue is this is a discipline evolving, and one of the students asking ki sir why it is equal to other computer professional program, every course it have a uniqueness, their own specialized areas and their own specialized discipline. It may be interrelated, and we require employer require a multidisciplinary person these days. Our new education policy also thrust on these areas. So every employer industry is looking a multi-skilled persons and multidisciplinary people for their organizations employability perspective. Therefore, this information security is designed. This MSc level information security program is concerned. Now coming to this program, this one student asks what are those who have already registered. They have, you might be agreeing medium is concerned.
Medium.
Can you
Yes.
explain this medium is English, but we are also planning in Hindi medium also. Yeah.
Yes, right now we are offering in English only, but in the future we will start by Hindi also.
So yeah, but at the moment this most of the concept and we have
technical terms.
Technical terms.
Yeah, that's
but
why.
we are also discussing through our discussion and this program with these platforms in both the language. हम हिंदी में भी कवर कर रहे हैं, हम इंग्लिश में भी पढ़ा रहे हैं, और रीजनल लैंग्वेज में भी जो हमारा अभी जो यूनिवर्सिटी का काफ़ी प्रोग्राम्स को हम जो है रीजनल लैंग्वेज में भी लेने जा रहे हैं. सो ट्रांसलेशन की बात चल रही है. अभी जो एट द मोमेंट हम इंग्लिश और डिस्कशन जो हमारी हिंदी में भी चलती हैं और काउंसलिंग सेशन के प्रोग्राम्स में. सो एक क्वेश्चन पूछा स्टूडेंट ने, सर क्या ये जो आपका टोटल क्रेडिट कितने प्रोग्राम्स कोर्स है? ये 64 क्रेडिट का कोर्स है, और हमने प्रोग्राम गाइड में और प्रोस्पेक्टस में भी डिटेल दी हुई है. और यदि आप एक साल में और 32 क्रेडिट्स कंप्लीट करते हैं, मिनिमम 1 ईयर और मैक्सिमम यू कैन टेक 2 years or 3, whatever flexibility mood our system say mentioned in the prospectus as well. So we will be awarding you PG diploma information security is concerned. Now the issue
सर
is
थोड़ा सा एलिजिबिलिटी के बारे में भी थोड़ा बताइए.
any graduate
any discipline.
काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स ये क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं कि सर मेरे पास तो ना तो मैथमेटिक्स है और ना ही हमारे पास कंप्यूटर साइंस के सब्जेक्ट्स +2 में थे, मैं क्या ये प्रोग्राम कर सकता हूँ? Yes, we are giving you opportunity. This is our flexible system. We are giving you an opportunity if you have skills and competencies and you are capable to clear our all these courses which have a quantity aptitudes, we have a computer skills, we have a information security skills, we have a theoretical courses also. So it is up to you and our opportunity given to you. That's why this open university concept is there. It is education for all. It is not only restricted to limited groups, and you have a skill, but due to one region to another you are not able to complete your MSc or PG level programs. No, this IGNOU is giving a platform where every learners or every viewer, those who want to register this program, have an opportunity for any age, and we our younger student and older students and grandfather and grandsons are studying together in this particular programs. So we have a very unique feature of teaching learning process, and this eligibility is we are giving opportunity to everyone.
Everyone.
But graduates should be already those who registered, they know. Those who are planning to register for this particular program, for them this eligibility is important. Any graduate and recognized by the Regulating Authority of India,
University.
any university or any UGC recognized institutions or AIC recognized institutions, anybody can do this particular program. Now coming to the objectives, you asked, I think, raised the questions. So what are the objectives?
Ji, sir,
eligibility
this is the main thing.
Yeah, because
students want to know what are the objectives of this program.
Yeah, only objectives, and then they also the discussing the skills and competencies which will help them to
get the employment.
But our focus will be more on sports services. This because learners major query is we are coming to discussion on that also. Let me brief about the programs and objectives, and those viewers who are having this particular program उनके मन में सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं सर, क्लासेस कब लगेंगी, असाइनमेंट्स कब जमा होंगी, सो उसके ऊपर एक एक डिटेल हम अभी बात करेंगे. लेकिन जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं जो इस प्रोग्राम्स के, एज ए लर्नर वी एक्सपेक्ट यू विल बी एबल टू बिल्ड डाटा ओरिएंटेड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन द वर्क प्लेस वेयर यू आर एम्प्लॉयड. दैट इज आवर लर्निंग आउटकम वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम यू. Why should you study this program? Why you join this IGNOU? So we are expecting, as employability perspective, after joining this particular program, you will be able to provide protection and security to personal data at your respective organizations, and you will be raise high professional ethics in the individuals, and as a learners or as an employee of the organization, you will be able to experiment and learn the skills and techniques. What are these skills and techniques? And first is knowledge. We divided this particular course programs, and every program and every course have their own knowledge and skill competencies we have incorporated with the help of the experts. That is knowledge. You will be able to demonstrate and understand the complex body of knowledge in the specialized area of information security based on your research experiences from the master project or your global research literatures where you are studying. Now, lot of latest research coming up, lot of publications coming up on this particular area, and our own, I think, school is also involved in our this particular collections of research literatures of information security and the study material design on the basis of that. And that is one of the queries this raised by the learners. Sir, this information security programs and learning materials which you are referring in other two additional books references, we are also in our program when we will conducting the counseling sessions, and then we are informing them to additional literature in addition to our self-learning materials. And you will be able to in-depth knowledge in the network security, cyber security, policy and standard laws, business security, and so on in this particular course. So this course covers the various aspects and this program, but basically cyber attack, cloud infrastructure, cyber security, and technological and practical insight into the methods that we have incorporated in this particular program. Now, next questions you were asking this eligibility. Then what is the next questions you were asking?
Sir, I want to ask so many students, they want to ask where the counseling is going on and how it will happen, to whom they should contact.
You are right, and we have network of our regional center across the country. You can see details of our this particular network of study centers and regional centers on IGNOU web page, and you please contact nearest your regional center for the sports services concerned. And counseling session is concerned, we have all regional center conducting all counseling session at the respective study centers or regional centers themselves, and we have also additional counseling session through our network of Gyanvani and Gyandarshan, where we are here today, and experts from the area course are taking these classes, and they are covering the all skills and competencies. This is distance learning program. This is most of the students coming from the conventional world, and they are not aware much about counseling and ODL system. And ODL system is having the one credit hour of study is equal to 30 hours of studies. In one credit, you cover 30 hours study. Out of 30 hours studies, 20 hours they have to spend study themselves of for study material, and that is also be dispatched or available online soft copy on IGNOU web page eGyan-Kosh. Now, what is program? What is course? What is our blog? And then unit. So these are our categorizations of the course. So one unit is equal to one lessons, and one block is equal to one course. This 4 block consists of one course. 4 to 5, 6, it depends upon the course to course. Generally, we take that. So students, those who are coming first time, and they might be asking, because we have explained everything in program guide. So I will advise all the viewers, all the students, they should study our program guide. If they have not received, please download from our IGNOU web page, eGyan and select our self-learning material portal icon, and then to select our SOVT, and you will find our program guide. Now, program guide explaining all the counseling schedules, mechanisms, assignments, and all. But counseling session, we are expecting 1 credit hour, 30-hour study, and 30-hour study, 20 hours for several materials, and 10 hours we include per week is on assignments and practical session, whatever the case may be. These 30 hours we calculated 5 hours per day study, equal to 6 days, 30 hours. So roughly we have, per course you have to devote time. And now it is up to you. Flexible mode is there. You can spend, but 1 credit equal to 30 hours, which include the 10-hour study. मतलब कि 3 sessions per hour counseling session. But you raise the questions in counseling session. It's not the classes as like in conventional teaching we are taking classes daily. It is not that. You have to study our study materials first yourself and note down your problems and queries. Before attending the counseling sessions, you should have a query in your hand. What problems you have faced in your study materials. And after attending the classes, you can raise your questions and clarify with the expert in counselors at your respective center, regional center, or where our virtual mode online, what we are taking classes.
I want to add to this key in the study material, the language is very, very simple and you will easily understand that language. And also this study material you will find on our, the soft copy is there on eGyan. That is the soft copy is available, those who have not received the hard copy. So this is available and our material is in this, the teacher is inbuilt.
Yeah. That's why I am coming to this most important part of inductions, this introduction to this particular program, both we are covering today. Now, the induction perspective also, our study material is written by an expert as a self-learning styles, as a teacher is with them. If you study your materials and you will be having as your teacher with you. And at the end, first page or second page or third page, you see we have given check exercises or check your progress, what you understand the previous 2 paragraph or 1 page, what we explain the concept. Our idea is to self-evaluate yourself. At the end of the unit, we have given some answers also, the particular questions where you can verify whether you attempted the questions right or not. You are teacher, you are evaluator, you are student. So that stakeholders we have given, despite of the fact you are having any problems or issues and particularly understanding the basic concept, you can contact us and our counseling sessions. Anytime you can mail to us at our email msais@ignou.ac.in. That is there. So counseling is very, very important and I hope that learners, those who are viewing this program or those who are planning to register this program, purpose of the counseling is to clear your doubt, and you have to self-study first, then come to attend the session. If you don't have any query, respect of the fact you attend the session, you will be in risk more while interacting with the counselors or experts. And counseling means not only to persuade you the counseling to join this program. Counseling purpose is to clear your doubts in the respective course, respective unit or blocks what you have studied yourself.
सर आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया हमारे स्टडी मटेरियल के लिए और कोर्स मटेरियल कि हमारे कैसे ब्लॉक्स बने हुए हैं, कैसे यूनिट्स लिखे गए हैं और उनको कैसे डिवाइड किया गया है. तो सर आप थोड़ा सा ये असाइनमेंट्स के बारे में और हमें बताइए हमारे लर्नर्स को.
Assignments is also very important part student when we are discussing. If you see, learner support services is being provided 3-tier system here in IGNOU, that is study center, regional center and headquarter, what I explained earlier. And these centers which have been, you have to submit your assignment, because assignment available on IGNOU web page. You have to go on IGNOU web page, download the assignments, and assignment is based on your self-learning materials. Most of the students are using other materials while attempting the assignments, but I will advise them you should study our study material at enough, and if further reading we suggested in our study materials, you have to read that particular study materials. And in addition to that, there is also a various platform, some good quality study materials also available. That is up to them how to attempt the assignments. But in our IGNOU faculty and our expert team has written the study materials as per the need of the industry as well as your learning styles together. So assignments you have is a question based on the self-learning materials. So more application part. And we have seen assignments, most of the students copying the study materials and text, and then they are submitting. So I will advise them कि you have to use your own experiences after studying our study materials and attempt the particular assignment the way the question asks.
And it should be
Yeah,
handwritten.
handwritten. That is also handwritten is very important, but not. But mostly, few cases we notice in our study material, these assignments, students are attempting assignments on as it is what text is saying. But my point is here कि you have to attempt the assignment your own
In
way,
your own language.
and give more application and
words.
case study or illustrations or examples. For instance, we asked the question, how will you use Python for cybersecurity?
Yes, yes.
So they are giving the all related technical things and all that, but they are not creating the software language and to use the Python for cybersecurity. How to use Python for cybersecurity? What language? What steps you have taken? First, second, third. You create and a software yourself while at a lab or the study center, regional center, or study materials. Then you have to attempt to give case key in your organizations. This was the problem of information security, and you have used the Python to create and protect the data while cybersecurity threats are concerned. This type of assignments already uploaded on our IGNOU web page, and you have to download and submit your assignment at your nearest allotted study center or regional centers. And if there is a problem, then you have to contact msc@ignou.ac.in. So these are the assignments. And now coming to the center organizing the counseling session, regional center, what we are discussing the counseling sessions and assignments. Regional center have their own study centers where practical and library facility were there, because it's very important after study materials, assignments and practicals. So practicals, as like in our MSc program, as existing program of MSc lab and study center, the same our study center of this particular program is there. So we have given the materials, and we have given this list of program guide in web pages, lab materials, lab manuals where they can activate and do practices. These are the things which we have. But I will summarize 2-3 things what you raised. You have raised the questions of learner perspective. What are the how the counseling systems and what are the assignment? If you see the screen, we discuss the proper instructional system. University follow multi-channel system and like self-learning materials. Let me summarize. And audio video cassette recorded available, which we dispatch study center, regional centers. Then our programs are there, radio and Doordarshan, as like we are here in Gyanvani and Gyandarshan. And then face-to-face counseling study center by academic counselor. And then assignment practical. These are now we have also have some MOOC and Swam Prabha. We are using channels and Swam platform. Some of the courses are there. So this is all multiple mode of delivery of the programs are there where learners are comfortable. Basket of we have given delivery mechanism where learners where they are comfortable, they can view this, they can read this program anytime, any pace, and then come for examinations as per when they think they are ready to appear the exam. Now,
and to give the exam form will be available on our IGNOU website. So you have to fill the exam form, and you have to fill all the theory, practical, all the courses there. And there is a fees also there. So you have to submit that form before sitting for the exam.
Yeah, that is also very important because 3 aspects: first study materials, then assignment attempt, then lab practical, and then you submit the, because most of the students forget to submit the examination form, and then they ask the question, sir, when I have to finish you please check our IGNOU web page regularly. And let me repeat again, as you said कि कब examination होगा और कब form भरना है. First semester exam, suppose you have took admissions for July sessions, it will be held in December. And then December examination forms, you have to submit your examination form during the month of October. There is 2 separate things. For most of the students are not able to get this information, and they maybe drop out, and then they ask them again questions, their time was over. So I will advise them at the beginning, those who registered for this particular program, you have to first see our IGNOU web page, and IGNOU web page, our particular latest notifications for submission online examination forms. You have to submit assignments before the term and examinations. You see our assignments booklet where we have given last date before submission of assignments, and we also have mentioned if there is date extended for the submission of assignment or terminal examinations, you have to check our IGNOU web page for latest notification. And third point is their assignments, practical classes, and your all counseling session will be coordinated by the concerned regional centers and study centers. I hope you enjoyed these sessions. If any queries, please contact us. Our email, that is msc@ignou.acin.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We wear clothes on a daily basis. But have we ever wondered, where do our clothes come from? Who makes our clothing? And who are the people and the process responsible for the whole manufacturing of our clothing? If you want to know more about this, Indira Gandhi National Open University from the School of Continuing Education has launched a program which is Certificate in Apparel Merchandising. There are many benefits after doing this program. You can become a designer in various fields. It can be fashion designer, apparel designer, costume designer, or even a textile designer. One can also work as a fashion consultant. Research and development is another field which one can take up after doing this certificate course. Going into academics is another perk after doing this program. Getting into fashion houses or fashion studios as an intern is also a very good option post doing the certificate in apparel merchandising. The basic eligibility of the program is 10+2. The duration of the program is 6 months to 2 years. The program is also available for both the admission cycles, which is July and January. The exams are conducted twice a year, in June and December. So what are you waiting for? Join this program and get an enriching knowledge in the field of apparel merchandising. And to do so, you can log on to the official website of the university, www.ignou.ac.in.
नमस्कार। इतिहास अतीत को जानने का माध्यम है और समाज के हर व्यक्ति के मन में इतिहास को लेकर उत्सुकता होती है कि हमारी प्राचीन संस्कृति क्या थी, हमारे प्राचीन पूर्वज कैसे थे, हमारा अर्थ जगत कैसा था, हमारा व्यापार कैसा था, हमारा धर्म कैसा था, हमारी शिक्षा व्यवस्था कैसी थी, हमारा दर्शन क्या था और हमारी वास्तु क्या था, हमारे जितने भी भौतिक संसाधन हैं वो क्या थे। इन सब जिज्ञासाओं को लेकर को समझने, उनको व्याख्यायित करने का साधन ही इतिहास है। आज हम प्राचीन भारत के आर्थिक जगत पर कुछ चर्चा करेंगे कि वह जो आर्थिक जगत की हम जो बात करेंगे, हम यहाँ जानने का प्रयास करेंगे, यहाँ समझने का प्रयास करेंगे कि प्राचीन भारत में प्रारंभ से लेकर पूर्व वैदिक काल से लेकर तो मध्यकाल तक जो व्यापार की हमारे यहाँ स्थिति थी वो क्या व्यक्तिगत थी या सामूहिक थी, कि समाज का एक बड़ा वर्ग सामूहिकता के साथ उस व्यापार में लगा हुआ था। और इसी के अंतर्गत हम देखेंगे कि यह श्रेणी और संगठन इसको कहा गया है। सामान्य सी एक विषय है कि मानव में सहकारिता या सामूहिकता की जो प्रवृत्ति है वह सामाजिक प्राणी होने के नाते विद्यमान होती है। मनुष्य अपने स्वभाव के अनुकूल और अपनी आवश्यकताओं के अनुकूल समूह बनाता है और व्यक्तिगत आवश्यकताओं की पूर्ति उसकी समाज में रहकर होती है और सामूहिक जो उसके उद्देश्य हैं उनकी पूर्ति भी वह समाज में समूह के नाते या सामूहिकता के नाते करता है। मानव में जो सहकारिता की जो भावना है वह एक सामाजिक वृत्ति है। वह प्राचीन भारत में हमें प्रारंभ से ही देखने को मिलती है। प्राचीन भारत दर्शन का भाव मुख्यतः संगठन या सामूहिकता पर निर्भर है और उसका उद्देश्य यह है, पूरे भारतीय दर्शन का हम यदि उद्देश्य को समझने का प्रयास करें, वह सर्वजन हिताय सर्वजन सुखाय की बात करता है, वह वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की बात करता है। इन्हीं दो सिद्धांतों को लेकर पूरे भारतीय समाज का, प्राचीन भारतीय समाज का एक तंत्र विकसित किया गया, एक व्यवस्था का निर्माण किया गया, जिस व्यवस्था से समाज के सभी लोगों का भला हो सके, सभी लोग समुन्नत हो सकें और हम राष्ट्र और समाज की समुन्नति के लिए सब लोग सामूहिक रूप से प्रयास करें। तो ऐसा ही कुछ हम आर्थिक जगत में भी देखते हैं, व्यापार में भी हम देखते हैं कि किस प्रकार से प्राचीन भारत में आर्थिक समूह विद्यमान थे और उन्हीं समूहों में हम सहकारिता का भाव भी हमको परिलक्षित होता है। इस चर्चा के बाद हम जानने में सक्षम होंगे कि भारतीय ज्ञान परंपराएं व व्यवस्थाएं क्या थीं, शिल्प जो श्रेणी संगठन है उसका उद्भव क्या था, वो कब हुआ, और श्रेणी संगठन का जो स्वरूप है, परिभाषा है, व्याख्या है और उसका सामाजिक स्तर की जो भी आर्थिक समूह बन रहे थे या जो बने हुए थे और जो उनका सामाजिक स्तर था, उनकी समाज में उनकी स्थिति क्या थी और इसी समूह के अंतर्गत उनकी राजनीतिक और आर्थिक और धार्मिक भूमिका को भी हम समझने का प्रयास करेंगे और शिल्प संगठनों के कार्य और व्यवहार पर भी हम आज बात करेंगे। तो जो श्रेणी संगठन है, हम प्राचीन काल में सबसे पहला हमको जो उद्धरण मिलता है वह ऋग्वेद के अंदर मिलता है, जहाँ पर हम देखते हैं कि एक सहकार की जो सामूहिकता की एक बात है, एक मंत्र है संगच्छोद्यम संवदद्वम संभो मनासी जानतम। ऋग्वेद की जो ऋचि है, ये जो ऋचा है, देवा भागम यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते समानो मंत्र समिति ही समानी मन सचित्तमेषाम समानम मंत्र अभिमंत्र वह। तो इसका अर्थ है कि पग पग से हम कदम से कदम मिलाकर चलें, स्वर से स्वर मिलाकर बोलें और हमारे मनों में समान बोध हो। पूर्व काल में भी जैसे देवों ने अपना भाग प्राप्त किया था जो सम्मिलित बुद्धि से, और उसी प्रकार हम हमारे अभिष्ट को भी प्राप्त करें। और यह जो सामूहिकता के साथ जो कार्य करने का जो विचार बन रहा है, इसमें सबके मन समान है, सब एक प्रकार से विचार करते हैं, मंत्रणा कर कर वो अपने किसी निर्णय पर पहुंचते हैं और एक समान निष्कर्ष को वो लोग अपनाते हैं। यह जो मंत्र है वास्तव में यह किसी आर्थिक जगत के लिए नहीं है, यह समाज के लिए इस ऋचा की हमारे मनुष्यों ने या ऋषियों ने इसकी ऋचा की है। जब समाज में सामूहिकता का बोध होगा तो निश्चित रूप से जितनी भी व्यवस्थाएं इतर बनेंगी वो सब किसी ना किसी सामूहिकता को लिए हुए या किसी न किसी दर्शन के ऊपर वह अधिष्ठित होगी। हम आगे जाकर देखते हैं इसमें कि श्रेणी संगठन जो है, अर्थात जो व्यापारिक समूह हैं, तो जैसा कि पूर्व के इतिहासकारों ने या आज से 20 साल पहले पूर्व जो एक इतिहास को लेकर एक कल्पना थी कि आर्थिक इतिहास के बारे में हम बात करते हैं तो प्राचीन काल में उतना स्पष्ट जो उसका वर्णन नहीं हो पा रहा था कि एक कबीलाई संस्कृति थी भारत वैदिक काल में, वो गाय चरा गडरिये की रचना कहा गया वेदों को, और उसकी संस्कृति भी सिर्फ पशु पालक के रूप में दिखाई जाती है। परंतु नए शोधों के द्वारा अब यह स्पष्ट होने लगा है कि एक भौतिक समुन्नत जीवन शैली का चित्र भी हमको ऋग्वेद में या अन्य वेदों में या वैदिक साहित्य में, अब वैदिक के तर साहित्य में भी हमको दिखाई पड़ता है। तो जब जो श्रेणी संगठन है, जिन आर्थिक समूहों की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जिस व्यापार वाणिज्य की हम बात कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए भारतीय साहित्य में कुल, संघ, पुग, निकाय, जाति, व्रात, समुदाय, समूह, समभुज, समुत्थानम, वर्ग, सार्थ और निगम जैसे शब्दों का उपयोग आर्थिक जगत के लिए हुआ है। और ऋग्वेद में हमको ऋग्वेद की यह उद्घोषणा भी हमको आर्थिक समूह की ओर संकेत करती दिखाई देती है कि यह जो श्रेणियां हैं वह हंसों की तरह एक समूह में काम करती है। जिस प्रकार से हंस समूह में रहते हैं उसी प्रकार व्यापारिक जगत भी या शिल्पियों का जो समूह है वह भी सामूहिक रूप से कार्य करता है। बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद में गणसा शब्द भी मिलता है और जो व्यावसायिक समूहों की ओर संकेत करता है वो यही व्यक्तिगत प्रयास से नहीं अपितु सामूहिकता या सहकारिता के माध्यम से धनोपार्जन करने का प्रयास है, जो गणसा शब्द हमको मिलता है। फिर हम देखते हैं आगे कि धनोपार्जन की दृष्टि से किया गया सामूहिक प्रयास ही को ही श्रेणी कहा जा सकता है कि एक तो व्यक्ति स्वयं व्यक्तिगत रूप से धन उपार्जन करता है और एक समूह बनाकर या एक संघ बनाकर या एक उस व्यापारिक समूह बनाकर वह धन उपार्जन का प्रयास करता है, धन कमाने का या अपनी आय के स्रोत बनाने का या किसी भी व्यापार व्यवसाय को करने का वो माध्यम बनाता है। श्रेणी समान या भिन्न जाति के। अब इस श्रेणी में कौन लोग होते हैं? या तो समान जाति के लोग होंगे या भिन्न भिन्न जाति के लोग भी होंगे, परंतु समान व्यापार और उद्योग अपनाने वाले लोगों का एक निगम जो है या संघ जो है वही श्रेणी संगठन कहलाता है। और हम आगे हम इसको इस तरह समझने का प्रयास करेंगे कि ऋग्वेद में जो ऋग्वेद में हमें शिल्पियों के रूप में या व्यापारिक जातियों के रूप में या कर्म कौशल वाले प्रधान लोगों के अनेक शब्द हमको मिलते हैं। जैसे कि कर्मार जो धातु का ज्ञान जो रखता है, हमें कुलाल का उल्लेख उसमें मिलता है, धमाता और द्रविता का उल्लेख हमको मिलता है कि जो लोहा गलाते हैं या जो धातुओं को गलाते हैं और धातु को जो गलाते हैं, और कुलाल जो मिट्टी के बर्तन बनाता है, बड़े की बात हम करते हैं, जुलाहा खेतीहर, यहाँ तक कि कृषकों की भी हमको एक समूह या श्रेणी के रूप में कवि, गायक, कृषक, रथकार, पत्थर काटने वाले ऐसे लोगों का हमको उसमें उल्लेख मिलता है। और ऋग्वेद में हमको पणि शब्द भी मिलता है, तो पणि शब्द भी व्यापार के रूप में वहाँ प्रयुक्त हुआ है, जिसका शाब्दिक अर्थ है व्यापारिक या वणिक। और गण शब्द भी हमको श्रेणी संगठन के लिए प्रयुक्त मिलता है। वैदिक साहित्य में इस गण शब्द भी श्रेणी के रूप में ही प्रयुक्त हुआ है। हम और देखते हैं कि ऋग्वेद में जो पणि जो शब्द है वह व्यापारिक गतिविधियों की ओर संकेत करता है, जैसा रात महोदय ने कहा है। और यह जो धर्म सूत्रों में और स्मृतियों में भी, बौद्ध और जैन साहित्य में भी श्रेष्ठी शब्द व्यापारिक संघों के लिए प्रयुक्त हुए हैं। और इसी से संबंधित हमें कुछ और शब्द भी मिलते हैं जो व्यापार वाणिज्य से संबंधित है, जैसे अवयव, पूंजी का उल्लेख हमको ऋग्वेद में मिलता है, चारों वेदों में हमको मिलता है, धर्मसूत्रों में हमको मिलता है, हमको वो स्मृतियों में भी मिलता है। वो भाग की बात की गई है, जो लागत है या जो मुनाफा है, यानी जो भाग मतलब लागत और भाग का जो हिस्सा है, ऋण की बात हो रही है, कुसीत की बात हो रही है और संविदा की बात हो रही है और गिरवे निक्षेप की बात भी हमको बात के ये जो धर्म ग्रंथ, धर्म सूत्र हैं और स्मृति जो साहित्य है उसमें हमको मिलती है। और इसी के साथ साथ हमको जो महर्षि मनु ने जिन 18 प्रकार के अपराधों का वर्णन किया है उसमें हमें अधिकतर अपराध आर्थिक जगत से जुड़े हुए मिलते हैं, जिसमें संविदा भंग करना भी एक बड़ा अपराध माना गया था। तो हम देखते हैं किस प्रकार से समूह श्रेणियों के जो रहे होंगे इनके बीच में विवाद भी होते रहे होंगे, इसीलिए इनको भविष्य में स्मृतिकारों ने और सूत्रकारों ने इसको अपराध की श्रेणी में भी रखने की चेष्टा की है। आगे हम देखते हैं कि ऋग्वेद से लेकर अथर्ववेद तक हमें व्यापारिक मार्गों के उल्लेख मिलते हैं। सिर्फ ऋग्वेद में ही 2 दर्जन से अधिक स्थानों पर हमें व्यापारिक मार्ग के लिए संकेत मिलते हैं और नावों और जलयानों का हमें वर्णन मिलता है, जैसे कि पुरातत्वविद बिष्ट और इतिहासकार भगवान सिंह, डॉक्टर प्रोफेसर शिवाजी सिंह के यदि हम पुस्तकें देखते हैं, जो ऋग्वेदिक आर्य और सरस्वती सिंधु सभ्यता है, या हड़प्पा सभ्यता और वैदिक संस्कृति है, या बिष्ट महोदय की जो एक्सकवेशंस के जो उत्खनन के जो प्रमाण हैं, उनको यदि हम देखते हैं, तो ऋग्वेद के लोगों का आदर्श वाक्य था कि हमारे पोत पृथ्वी के चारों दिशाओं का आरोहण करें। और एक घटना का और एक दृष्टांत हमको ऋग्वेद के अंदर मिलता है, जिसमें हम देखते हैं कि भुज, जैसा गुजरात के पास जो भुज आज स्थान है, वहाँ एक समय में वहाँ बड़ा समुद्र रहा होगा, तो वहाँ भुज में एक पोत डूबने की घटना का वर्णन उसमें है। और वो उसी के साथ हमें ऋग्वेद की ऋचाओं में ये उल्लेख मिलते हैं कि 100 लोग चलाएं इतने बड़े पोत या जहाज उस काल में हुआ करते थे, और यह सब व्यापारिक कारवों की ओर जाने की ओर ही संकेत करते हैं। और हमें कुछ व्यापारिक सामग्रियों का उल्लेख भी हमको ऋग्वेद में या वेदोत्तर उसके अंदर हमको मिलता है। अब श्रेणी संगठन इतने प्रमाण पर्याप्त हैं कि जो सूत्र काल तक या स्मृति काल तक हमें श्रेणी संगठन या निगम या संघ या व्यापारिक रूप में इसका उल्लेख हमको पर्याप्त रूप में देखने सुनने को मिलता है। और इतिहास अनुमान पे चलता है, और अनुमान को साक्ष्य ही पुष्ट करते हैं, और साक्ष्य इस ओर संकेत करते हैं कि प्राचीन काल में विशेषकर ऋग्वेद काल से ही भारत में आर्थिक जगत जो था, या व्यापार जगत जो था, या वाणिज्य का जो क्षेत्र था, वो समृद्धि लिए हुए था, वो समुन्नत लिए हुए था। और उसमें भी व्यापार की जो वृत्ति है, जो प्रवृत्ति है, वो सामूहिक थी। व्यक्तिगत व्यापार भी थे, व्यक्तिगत व्यवसाय भी होते थे, लेकिन व्यावसायिक संगठन की अधिकतर गतिविधियां सामूहिक रूप में होती थी। अब श्रेणी संगठन की संरचना और वह योग्यता कि वो बृहस्पति के स्मृति में हमको उल्लेख मिलता है कि जैसा अभी हम वर्तमान में देखते हैं कि इतिहास का रेलिवेंस यही है कि इतिहास में मिलने वाले साक्ष्यों का वर्तमान से क्या संबंध है। तो हम देखते हैं कि बृहस्पति स्मृति में जो स्ट्रक्चर या जो संरचना श्रेणी संगठन या निगम के लिए बताई गई है, संघों के लिए बताई गई है, उसी का कुछ मिलता जुलता रूप आज भी हमको रजिस्ट्रार फंड सोसाइटी में देखने को मिलता है। श्रेणी संगठन की एक प्रबंध कार्यकारी समिति होती थी, जिसमें 5 या 2 सदस्य होते थे। उस समिति का एक प्रधान भी होता था या अध्यक्ष होता है था। प्रबंध समिति के सदस्य की योग्यताओं के ऊपर भी विचार किया गया है। वह सत्यवान हो, वो कार्य निपुण हो, सत्यनिष्ठ हो, सदाचारी हो, कर्तव्यनिष्ठ हो, सुचिता उनके अंदर हो, ज्ञाता हो, वह योग्य हो, और कार्य करने में वह बहुत सक्षम हो। और यह जो योग्यता थी वह संगठन के सभी सदस्यों के ऊपर समान रूप से लागू होती थी। और हम देखते हैं कि इन जो इस तरह से यह एक स्ट्रक्चर हमको श्रेणी संगठनों का वैदिक प्राचीन काल में दिखाई पड़ता है कि यह एक रजिस्टर्ड सोसाइटी के रूप में या संगठन के रूप में यह काम कर रहे हैं। और हम इस जो आज का जो शीर्षक है प्राचीन भारत में श्रेणी संगठन के रूप में सहकारिता का भाव, इसको हम 3 भागों में समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। यह आज प्रथम भाग है और इसमें हम इसके संरचना स्वरूप को हम जानने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। तो इनका सामाजिक स्तर क्या था कि वर्ण व्यवस्था जो है उसमें हम देखते हैं तो हमें बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद में हमको एक दृष्टांत मिलता है कि मानवों की तरह ही ब्रह्मा जी ने देवताओं में भी 4 वर्णों की स्थापना की, लेकिन 2 लोग धन उपार्जन में सामर्थ्य नहीं रखते थे, इसलिए वेश्यों की उत्पत्ति कहलाई, वेश्य की उत्पत्ति की गई, क्योंकि वह सामूहिकता के द्वारा धन उपार्जन करने में वह सक्षम थे। और उसमें हम देखते हैं कि उनका जो सामाजिक स्तर है कि वह सामाजिक स्तर क्या है कि यदि अनेक प्रकार की श्रेणियों की बात वहाँ हो रही है, उसमें हम देखते हैं कि श्रेणी जो है ऋग्वेद की हमने श्रेणियों की सूची देखी। बौद्ध साहित्य में भी हमको मिलता है, देखने को मिलता है कि रथकार, चर्मकार, बढ़ई और स्वर्ण धातु का काम करने वाले या अन्य धातुओं का काम करने वाले, रथकार के बारे में भी हमें बौद्ध ग्रंथों में मिलता है। तो इसमें हम देखते हैं कि और यही देखेंगे कि जो समूह बन रहे हैं, जो श्रेणी संगठन या व्यापारिक संघ जो बन रहे हैं, वह सिर्फ किसी एक जातिगत या किसी एक वर्ण पर निर्भर नहीं है। ऋग्वेद का जो भृगु वंश है वह भी हमको बराबर रूप से, जो भृगु वंश है, भार्गव वंश जो है, वह हमको व्यापार में संलग्न दिखाई पड़ता है और सभी का एक सामाजिक स्तर की उसमें कामना की गई है। जैसा कि अथर्ववेद की यह ऋचा या श्लोक हमसे से स्पष्ट होता है कि शिल्प विद्या के ज्ञाता तुम्हें नमस्कार। जो शिल्प का काम करता है वह उसको भी समाज उसको भी प्रणाम करता है। रथ निर्माण करने वाले जो लोग हैं या बढ़ई जिनको कहा जाता है, वह उनको भी नमस्कार करता है। मिट्टी के पात्र बनाने वाले कुलाल को भी नमस्कार है और लोहे के शस्त्रादि बनाने वाले लोहार को भी नमस्कार है। तो हम देखते हैं कि एक सामाजिक स्तर की हम जो बात कर रहे हैं इन शिल्पकारों की या इन व्यापारिक समूहों की, तो सामाजिक स्तर इनका हमको वेदों में भी दिखाई पड़ता है। प्रकारांतर से हमें अन्यतर साहित्यों में भी हमको यह देखने को मिलता है। उत्तरवर्ती जो चरण है वेदों के बाद का, उसमें हम देखते हैं गौतम धर्म सूत्र है जो वह कृषकों, व्यापारी और चरवाहों की श्रेणियों की और महाजनों और शिल्पियों के अपने अपने समूह और उनके अधिकारों की चर्चा भी करता है। यहाँ पर अधिकार की बात पहली बार आई है कि जो समूह थे इनके कुछ राइट्स भी उस समय होते थे। वह अधिकार क्या थे वो हमें आगे जाकर हमको स्वतः स्पष्ट होने लगेंगे कि रामायण में भी उल्लेख मिलता है कि अयोध्या में सभी प्रकार के शिल्पी या व्यापारिक समूह निवास करते थे। तो इसका तात्पर्य अर्थात यह है कि नगरीय जीवन पूरा व्यापार पर निर्भर था और उनका सामाजिक प्रभुत्व कितना था। या महाभारत के उस घटना से हमको मालूम पड़ता है कि जब दुर्योधन गंधर्वों से युद्ध में पराजित होता है तो दुर्योधन कहता है कि मैं क्या जाकर मैं श्रेणी के प्रमुखों को अपना चेहरा दिखा पाऊंगा और वह मुझसे किस तरह के प्रश्न पूछेंगे। तो इस कथन से स्पष्ट होता है कि उस काल विशेष में श्रेणी संगठन की सामाजिक स्थिति इतनी उच्च थी कि वह कहीं ना कहीं राज दरबार में या राजा पर भी या समाज के प्रबुद्ध वर्ग पर भी वो नियंत्रण रखते थे, या उनकी सामाजिक मर्यादा उतनी थी कि उनसे भी किसी निर्णय में सामूहिक चर्चा विमर्श राज विद्वानों को या राजा को या मंत्री परिषद को करना होता होगा। मनु ने भी श्रेणी धर्म के लिए कुछ आचार संहिता का उल्लेख किया है और यह आचार संहिता, यह विधि निषेध या वैधानिक नियम हर स्मृति में हमको देखने को मिलते हैं। मनु कहते हैं कि हर जो व्यक्ति समूह से जुड़ा है, जो व्यक्ति संगठन से जुड़ा है, उसको श्रेणी के द्वारा निर्मित नियम या विधानों का पालन करना नितांत आवश्यक है। या और जो इन नियमों का उल्लंघन करता है वह दंड के पात्र है। तो यह मनु का यह कथन यह स्पष्ट करता है कि इतना उन्नत व्यापार व्यवसाय था कि वह समूह में था। और उससे एक चीज और स्पष्ट होती है कि जब आर्थिक समूह बढ़ रहे थे या व्यापारिक गतिविधियां या व्यावसायिक गतिविधियां बढ़ रही थी तो आर्थिक जगत में अपराध भी बढ़ रहे थे और कहीं ना कहीं कोई सदस्य उन नियमों का उल्लंघन करता था और उनका उल्लंघन करने पर ही दंड का विधान था। और बात की प्रकारांतर नारद स्मृति में नारद कहने का यह संकेत करते हैं, उनकी यह उद्घोषणा है कि राजा निगम और श्रेणियों के जो वैधानिक नियम हैं उसको मान्यता दे। और इसका अर्थ यह है कि कहीं ना कहीं ये जो निगम हैं या जो संघ हैं, जो व्यापारिक श्रेणियां हैं, यह कहीं ना कहीं अपने नियम विधान भी बना रहे थे। परंतु यह कहना भी थोड़ा असंभव है कि यह जो उनके विधान हैं वह आम जन जीवन पर भी लागू होते थे कि यह सिर्फ व्यापारिक जगत के लिए थे। निश्चित रूप से कह सकता हूं कि आप लोगों शायद इस जो प्राचीन ज्ञान परंपरा है भारत की, उसके अंतर्गत भारतीय अर्थनीति या भारत के आर्थिक समूहों को या समृद्ध व्यापार को समझने का प्रयास कर रहे होंगे, और या आपकी उन जिज्ञासाओं का समाधान कुछ हद तक हो पा रहा होगा। और इसी क्रम में हम देखते हैं कि नारद के बाद कौटिल्य जो का अर्थशास्त्र है, जो सिर्फ अर्थशास्त्र या अर्थव्यवस्था को ही केंद्र में रख के लिखा गया हुआ विषय है या ग्रंथ है, और उसमें राजधर्म की बात भी हमको मिलती है। तो हम देखते हैं कौटिल्य संघों के अध्यक्ष के रूप में या श्रेणी प्रमुख के रूप में लेखा अध्यक्ष की बात करते हैं या उसका उल्लेख करते हैं, जिसका कार्य है, लेखा अध्यक्ष का कार्य है कि आर्थिक जगत की सारी गतिविधियों को लिपिबद्ध करना और उसको लिपिबद्ध करके उसका रिकॉर्ड के रूप में उसको रखना। 6ठी शताब्दी BCE में हम देखते हैं एक बड़ा परिवर्तन हमको भारतीय समाज जनजीवन या भारत देश में देखने को मिलता है कि वह जो एक तो वह धर्म सुधार आंदोलन का समय है, वह बौद्धिक जागरण का एक समय भी है, क्योंकि और वह नगरीकरण का भी समय है। हमको 16 महाजनपद दिखाई पड़ते हैं उसी कालखंड में, और बड़े बड़े नगरों का विकास होता हुआ हमको दिखाई पड़ता है। और उसी में हम देखते हैं कि यदि जब नगरी संरचना बढ़ रही है तो निश्चित रूप से हम कह सकते हैं कि व्यापार और व्यवसाय भी उन्नति पर होगा और आर्थिक जगत भी समृद्ध होगा। उसी से नगरीकरण की अवधारणा को बल मिलता है। बौद्ध साहित्य की हम बात कर रहे थे पहले पूर्व में भी कि हमने वैदिक साहित्य देखा, हमने धर्म सूत्र भी देखे, हमने और स्मृति को भी कुछ हमने साक्ष्यों से समझने का प्रयास किया कि प्राचीन भारत में किस तरह से आर्थिक जगत समूह के रूप में काम कर रहा है। और वही चीज़ें हमको बौद्ध ग्रंथों में भी मिलती है। बौद्ध साहित्य में हमें अनेक वृत्तियां अपनाने वाली श्रेणियों का उल्लेख है, जिनकी संख्या लगभग 18 के रूप में बताई गई है। और हम आगे देखते हैं मुख्य पग जातक जो है वह उसमें आया है कि राजा ने एक राजकीय वैभव के साथ यात्रा का एक दृष्टांत उसके अंदर है कि एक राजा राजकीय वैभव के साथ यात्रा कर रहा था। उसने चारों वर्णों के साथ साथ 18 व्यापारिक श्रेणियों को भी अपनी सेना में एकत्र किया। तो इसका तात्पर्य क्या है कि वो श्रेणियां सैन्य कार्य भी करती थीं और वह राजा उनके संपर्क में रहता था। और समुद्र वाणिज्य जातक से ज्ञात होता है कि बनारस के पास 1000 परिवार वाला बढ़ई जो लकड़ी का काम जो करते हैं उनका एक नगर था जिसके 2 प्रधान थे, और उन लोगों ने एक साथ ही उस नगर का परित्याग किया था। तो यहाँ देखते हैं कि कम्युनिटी के रूप में लोग रह रहे हैं, पूरा एक समूह है कि लकड़ी का काम करने वाले एक जगह रहते हैं, धातुओं काम करने वाले। इससे हम यह अनुमान लगा सकते हैं। और विनय पिटक और सुत्त भंग में भी हमें भी श्रेणियों का उल्लेख मिलता है, या फिर ये दोनों ग्रंथ भी श्रेणियों की या संघ की या समूह व्यापारिक गतिविधियों की ये बात करते हैं। रघुवंश में हम देखते हैं कि वास्तुकारों और मुद्रा राक्षस में जोहरियों की श्रेणियों का और उनके अध्यक्षों की चर्चा की गई है। और एक और हम थोड़ा पुरातात्विक स्रोतों की ओर भी बढ़ेंगे कि कुम्भहार से मिले एक सील से हमें गुप्त काल में तमोलियों की एक श्रेणी का पता चलता है, और वह संघ था और उसका जो प्रमुख था उसका नाम ताम्बोलिकट्टर उसको कहा गया हुआ है। तो यह एक पुरातात्विक स्रोत है जिसके बारे में हम दूसरे भाग में भी विस्तार से चर्चा करेंगे। अभी हमारा पूरा जो आज का जो हमारी चर्चा है वह साहित्यिक स्रोतों पर केंद्रित है, और हम पुरातात्विक साधनों के रूप में हम उसको भी देखने का प्रयास करेंगे कि जिसमें सरस्वती सिंधु सभ्यता के अंदर जो हमें व्यापारिक जगत की जो जानकारियां हमको मिल रही हैं, उसके बाद हमें कुछ गुप्त काल के हमको अभिलेख मिल रहे हैं या दान पत्र मिल रहे हैं या शिलालेखों की हम बात करेंगे, मौर्य युग की बात करेंगे। और हम इसके अंतर्गत हम मध्यकाल तक जो पूर्व मध्यकाल विशेष करके वहाँ तक हम श्रेणी संगठन संगठनों के जो कार्य है, उसका जो व्यवहार है, वह किन किन क्षेत्रों में वो लोग काम कर रहे हैं, इसको भी हम देखेंगे। और आर्थिक जगत के साथ साथ धार्मिक जगत, जन कल्याणकारी जो कार्य हैं, उसमें उनकी संरचना क्या है, उनकी भूमिका क्या है, उसको भी हम भाग 2 में समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। पर हम आज की चर्चा से निष्कर्षतः यह कह सकते हैं कि जो भारत में प्रारंभ से ही हमको व्यापारिक गतिविधियों के संकेत देखने को मिलते हैं। यदि हम विश्व के सबसे प्राचीनतम जो ग्रंथ है ऋग्वेद को यदि हम साक्ष्य के रूप में लेते हैं, तो निष्कर्षतः हम कह सकते हैं कि उसमें जिस प्रकार से शिल्पियों का जिसको उल्लेख मिलता है, जिस प्रकार व्यापारिक शब्दों का हमको या वाणिज्य के शब्दों का उल्लेख उसके अंदर हमको मिलता है, या जिस प्रकार से श्रेणियों के लिए जो शब्द हमको मिलते हैं, व्यापारिक जगत के लिए जो शब्द हमको मिलते हैं, या व्यापारिक मार्गों के लिए जो शब्द मिलते हैं, तो निश्चित रूप से कि हम कह सकते हैं कि हमारे प्राचीन विद्वान या मनीषियों की या अर्थ जगत से जुड़े हुए लोगों ने इतना एक परिश्रम किया, इतना पुरुषार्थ किया कि उन्होंने व्यापार से संबंधित कुछ नियम भी उन्होंने बनाए और उसको संघबद्ध बनाकर एक सामूहिकता के साथ अधिक से अधिक धन लाभार्जन करने के लिए का प्रयास ही श्रेणी संगठन है, या फिर उसको हम जात व्रात या संघ के रूप में भी हम उसको देख सकते हैं। हम अगले चरण में हम अगले भाग में श्रेणियों के या श्रेणी संगठन के कार्यों पर हम प्रकाश डालेंगे, और हम साथ ही शिल्पियों की बात भी, शिल्प युग की भी बात करेंगे कि शिल्प भी किस तरह से श्रेणी संगठनों से जुड़े हुए थे, वो समूह में किस तरह से काम करते थे, क्योंकि भारत में शिल्प को विज्ञान कहा गया है संस्कृत साहित्य में, और हम अगले चरण में इसको समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।